But yeah, that is going to be it for me, you guys. Thank you so much for sticking out to the end of the video. Let me know down in the comment section how you feel about how I was able to explain things. And I do struggle a little bit. Just let me know down in the comment section if this was helpful or that you feel like I should, again, try to explain it it's more clear to you guys. Again, down in the comment section, and I usually am down putting inputs and or looking and seeing your suggestions, or if you have something I missed in my explanation, again, put it down there. So the next panel we're going to is down here where you see the bag, the phone, and the vehicle tab, and of course the schedule tab. So we're going to first go to bag because it's right here. So the shortcut for bag is B, so you can just click B and it'll open it up for you. When did you get this granola bar? Here, take that out and throw it away in a little bit. Now, she has been working on a book. I don't know why she started writing this book. She did this on her own, mind you. She did this all on her own. I did not instruct her to do this. She did this on her own. And she was working on it and got bored with it. So, unfinished projects. Helped. Anyway, we're not gonna sit here and shade myself and Mila. We're not doing that. And of course, she has some other different things in here, like she has her stone rake, because she did get this kit in the mail, so that's really cool. I would like if they were to do this in the future, where instead of them giving us a free kit, that we can go and buy a kit online. That'd be very cool. This is how you access the inventory or the bag by pushing B. Okay, now we're going to the smartphone. So you have an option for smartphones not only through your ZOI, but also through this right here, through this icon right here, and you can push P to open it as well. Oh, by the way, the smartphone through here is just these options right here. You don't you don't open the phone through here, but they give you different options for different things, and we'll just go over that a little bit later. Right now we're gonna go through her phone right here. So these are the different apps that are available on your phone right now. Of course, you get to see the time, and of course the weather, and the time of year, and the temp. I like how they show you have 89% on the phone. It would be cool if we could like charge up our phones and stuff like that. That'd be funny, or another way to like add a little bit of realism. But then again, it probably makes some people be frustrated with their Zoids not putting their phones on the charger and making sure it's charged up before they go somewhere. Because imagine putting that part as your nightly routine on the game. Anyway, as you can see, she has ambitious notes and utility bills. So if you click on this, it will bring up this menu for you so you can see her ambitions. And you can choose whichever ambitions you want to do. It's not just locked in at all times. And her current ambition is knowledge and learning. And she picked the subcategory knowledge seeker. She's completed one of her things already, but now she just needs to read 3 books. And then of course she has other stages as well. And you can also read these up here. And it lets you know that the ambition is in progress. But I like how that also leads you there. The utility bills, they have none, but this goes to her dad because her dad is the head of the household, and so he can click on this and pay the bill. Right now they don't owe anything, but they also have auto bills on. You can always turn that off as well, and I'll show y'all that in a little bit as well. All right, so the next thing is calendar. So if you want to go to the calendar, you can go through here, as you can see. Oh, she has a blind, oh no, she doesn't have a blind date. Her brother does. I forgot that he had a blind date. Good for you. I forgot about that he had a blind date. I gotta remember that he needs to go to that blind date. But this is the family calendar. So it shows everybody in the current family and what's going on for them. So no one has any birthdays or anything else going on except for her brother. Her brother's the only one that has something going on. And to access the family calendar outside of the phone, you can go back to here. You can click M and find it right here. And that's how you can get to the family calendar. All right, edit city. Now this is going to also take you to the same thing and when I clicked on M, when you click that, it'll take you here. And where you can see you manage family, edit schedule, family calendar, karma report, manage city. Now I do have a video covering all of this as well. So if you want to go more into depth, watch me go more into depth with this, definitely go go to that video. I will have it in my playlist for info and guides. All right, back to the phone. Dream car. So this is the Dream Car app, or where you can go and purchase you a car. It has an owned vehicle tab, a buy tab, and a manage tab. right now, this feature is still in development. So I'm guessing with this, we might be able to, once they like fully develop it, we'll be able to go in and probably change the color of our cars. We'll probably be able to go in and get some maintenance on it done, or see if it needs maintenance, because they did say they wanted to give us more to do with cars, but I don't know when that is coming out, because it got pushed back because a lot of different things got rearranged and stuff. So we'll just have to see. But anyway, we're going back to the buy area. As you can see, she can buy a bicycle, electrical scooter, all that fun stuff. And it's not that expensive. Motorcycles aren't that bad either. Ooh, I can get her a moped or a Riv moped. What's that? Is there a difference between either one? Like, oh, okay. Ooh. Let's see. So what's the difference between this one and this one? Yeah, there's no difference. I do hope that we get more color options for vehicles, though, or they allow us to color it. Because honestly, she'd be in a purple one. Let's be honest. Mila would be in a purple one. Let's get you this dark gray one. All right, we'll go back to this one once we're through with the phone. All right, so we bought her a vehicle. Nice. So PocketMart, excuse me, my brain went foop. Anyway, so PocketMart is the next app. So when you click here, it'll give you a list of different things that you can buy and sell on here. So if you, let's say for instance, you did a painting, you can sell your paintings through PocketMart. Food and beverages. And they sometimes have sales in here, mind you. And the sales are different for each person too. Like some people can have a sale on their phone from PocketMart and others won't. And I kind of like that, because you know how some not business, but some websites have like different sales for people if they're new, if they come to their site. This kind of does the same thing. I didn't know they sold coffee in here too. I guess that's new. But yeah, you can buy different things from here, different foods and so forth like that. And I like that. You can also buy fruits and vegetables. They're going to be doing a rehaul of all the fruits and vegetables and how they look. So I like that as well. And you can also buy flowers. I like that. And you can choose how many you want to buy as well. So let's say if you, for instance, you're a flower shop and just starting out, this is a good place to start to buy your flowers. Just saying. The only thing I'm sad about is that we can't sell fruits and vegetables as is in the stores that you make, like for businesses. So hopefully we get that eventually. But for now, we can't, and that's fine. But if you want to run a flower shop, that this is one of the ways you can, get your flowers and sell, bunch them up into the bouquets to sell. Practical. Now, this isn't usable yet. I don't know what's the purpose of this other than just to have, a flashlight, which you could turn on and do certain actions with, which I think is pretty cool. But right now, it's not really usable for anything. You can also buy medicine here. So say, for instance, you don't want to buy the big bulky looking kit thing from out of the shop or out of the buy catalog. You can buy this and it will be delivered to you, so you can use on the go in your bag. And I do this for the most part for my Zois, but it's pretty expensive. It's 62 buckaroos, but it's very convenient. And you can also give it as a gift to another Zoi. And most Zois like those practical gifts like this, because then they can use it to get to feeling better. Same thing for these. This vitamins right here, it gives you power. So it gives you a boost to your energy if you drink it. Gift ideas. So if you want to buy a gift for someone, you can always go here to go find you the different, or if your Zoi said he has an urge to buy a gift for someone, they can go here to buy the gift for them. Now, with that being said, this is not the only way that you can gift someone. They'll give you different options to gift people different things in the game, but this is just one of the ways you can do it, especially if you don't have them on your phone right then and there. Oh, the creepy doll. Say for instance, you want to give them a super surprise box that gives them a thumbs up for doing really good at work. This will make them happy. Teddy bear for the kids and a little toy car, all that stuff. This is really cute stuff that you can give. And I don't think you can get the cat doll or this Heart Hoya in the buy catalog, if I'm not mistaken, or the decorative rabbit gift. I don't think you can get that in there. I don't understand the mini chair gift, but it's still cute. Now I know this is in the buy catalog, and even the little bear. This I don't think it is, but that thing is creepy. And of course the carnation and the bouquets. All right, now the luxury area is where you can buy luxury gifts for people. You can buy a gold bar, you can buy a designer bag, you can buy them a diffuser and a small cat figurine. This actually has a application for you to use. So if you have this in your bag or in your Zoi's bag, it actually gives you a better fortune on different things that you do. Say for instance, you want to do the lottery, and say for instance, your Zoi had a dream about winning the lottery. Having this in your bag actually boosts that. Now down here is the home services. You can hire a babysitter. We don't have any children, so it makes no sense for us to hire a babysitter, but yeah, you have repairs, so you can hire a technician, a housekeeper, and you have to be on your residential lot, by the way, to hire these people. Farm helper and a soul guy. Now this guy is not only the most expensive, he also helps you, say for instance, if your house is haunted by a loved one that just won't move on, you can call him over and he'll get rid of the ghost, or let you see the ghost, and you can talk to the ghost and ask the ghost to move on about his business. I haven't messed with it since the major update to Ghost. So again, it may work, it may not work, because the last time I tried it, it didn't work that well. I was able to talk to the ghost a little bit, but she didn't go on about her business. So, but yeah, this is where you can find home services. All right, selling. This is where you want to sell your artwork. Now, I do hope in the future that we will be able to not only just sell artwork, but like for instance, if we have like crafts, we do books, all of that, we should be able to sell that through here. But for right now, art is the only thing that we can sell through here. And it lets you know who bought your work right here. And that is PocketMart. This is the camera. It just lets you, get in camera mode. And if you want me to go through everything in camera mode, it does let you have this on the side here, so you can know how and what to do with everything in the camera. And if you want to hide the UI, you push U. I usually use this so I can take screenshots, because I like my screenshots more than I like the in-picture way the pictures look in the game when you take a picture, because as you can see, it looks kind of grainy in comparison. So I really don't like using the picture taker inside the game. I like to use screenshots instead, because they look a little bit more crisp for me. But yeah, this is the camera mode, and you can also push play in here and it'll have your Zoi doing stuff, and so you can catch the perfect expression. Don't judge me. She looks good with this plate. She's trying to fill it up. She look like this thing. But yep, that's how you do that. And of course you can go here to photo folder, and you can see, and that is picture mode. All right, so now we're going to go over here to the budget app. Clicking on the budget app will let you see your family assets and who all spent what. As you can see, Taryn, which is her friend here, they spent 122 on their business, setting it up and whatnot. And they have not made no money. They have made no money from this business so far, mainly because I haven't set it up, but semantic. But this is how you know what's going on in your family and what's being spent and who's spending what. Now, it doesn't unfortunately tell you what they spent it on unless you go over to here to the status update, but we'll talk about that again later on. That's another thing. But this is the budget app. This is how you know what's being spent and who spent it. The only issue right now we don't have is what was spent on, but we do have a new way to see who did what in the family status board. But I'm gonna again go over that later. This is the insurance. They do send you a text message asking you about what insurance would you like to know more about. You can ask them about life insurance, natural disaster insurance, and property insurance. When this dropped, a lot of people were doing a lot of life insurance scams. It was interesting to see the stories around that. So I just love how they keep adding different things in the game that give people more freedom to enact unhinged stories, all without minds, mind you. So again, kudos here. That wasn't for her. That was for her brother, I believe. Unless that person passed away, which is a glaring possibility. Oh, okay. Anyway, next part is loans. You can get a loan for $5,000, $2,000, $500, or you can get a higher one with a higher interest rate. Some people were using this for different stories and stuff, or just trying to, figure out how to play the game and put themselves in so much debt. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, making money in inZOI is not easy unless you're using cheesy tactics like doing art or writing books, because those are clear money makers in this game that you don't have to do a lot of investing into to get started. And people lost their homes and had to downgrade. They were going through a whole thing, archiving everything on Reddit. That's just how getting loans, specifically the high interest loans that you get when you click the "Do you have any other options?" Because all they could do was pay on the interest and never on the principal. So It's very realistic, because trying to play this doing, let's say for instance, if you decide to get a part-time job, you don't get paid a whole lot from those part-time jobs. Every paycheck you get is going right pretty much into your expenses and into your loan interest. So therefore you'll never get out of it unless you're doing other stuff besides the part-time job. So that's kind of crazy. But yeah, that's how you get loans. And you can also get loans from the bank. There's an adoption tab. So your status lets you know that you are whether or not if you're eligible to adopt a child. Look at cute. Look at Disney Kingston is so cute. And even Maggie is, look at little sequel. Okay, you know what? No. We're not adopting any children. We already got a business. What are we doing? Stop, Cy. Stop. Don't. Look at the baby. Why did I click on this tab? Concentrate. Adoption agencies check the financial status of families looking to adopt a child. Minimum funds required. You need to have 5,000 MU to adopt a child. And that's very realistic. Very, very realistic. Children cost money, and not in the sense of paying for adopting them, but for upkeep and taking care of them and making sure they have a good and fruitful life. So it makes sense that they have an eligibility criteria for adopting a child. So I like that. So that's the adoption tab. So this is where you can go and adopt. City trips. So this is how you can click and book a trip. Now, with this new update coming up in August, we'll be able to get a more fleshed out look of how this looks. So I'm just going to show y'all quickly how this looks. This is a city travel notice. It let you know that you are about to leave out the city and stuff like that. Now, the only issue here is that with the city travel notice, for the not the notice, but the city traveling or traveling to another place for vacation, it comes with limitations. You cannot keep your job, or not your jobs, but you can't keep your, actually no, you can't even keep your jobs. You can't keep your jobs, and you can't keep your businesses. You lose all of that. And you also lose your connections with your family and friends back home until you move back. Now, the friends and the family connections still stay, but they don't age. And when you come back, you have aged and they have not. That's not realistic. So thankfully, they're changing that and fixing that in this upcoming update in August. So, and as you can see, if you move another family from one place over to, like, say for instance, you move one family over and then you leave them alone and come back over to your other side of the, that you left, and you go back over there, you lose that original family. See, the previous family's data will be lost. So you don't want to do that. Hopefully that it will also be changed. And see, as you can see, time stops for everyone else except for you or for your family that traveling. And you can prepare for the trip here, and you can go to these places here. You can go to Dawan, to Chahaya, if you're currently living in Bliss Bay, and vice versa for all of these other places. So that is the City Trips tab or app. Businesses. So as you can see, Taryn's my little shop area. They own this, and they can only manage it. Just because she's in my family doesn't mean I have any jurisdiction over, just because they own it, I don't have any jurisdiction over managing it unless I'm playing Taryn. So, and you can also buy empty lots and stuff like that. So you can see this place is empty, and Mila, she can buy it if she wants to, but that's $20,000, and we ain't even do that because we broke. But that is the business tab, and you can use this to go in and check on your business and handle business that way. Freelancer tab. Now this is new. This came in around April. It's either March or April. It's either one of those two, along with the jobs update. So here with this, you can choose to do different freelance work jobs, or whatever you want to call it. Is that the right way? You can use this to basically do freelance work. You can do delivery and creative work. So delivery is very simple. You go to a computer and you file for a license, and they will give it to you, and you can go and drive around and do deliveries. I would love for them to do a criteria for this eventually, where the only way you can get a license if you have a vehicle with insurance. I feel like having an entry to this would be preferable. And if you don't have a vehicle, like say for instance like a moped or anything, but have a bicycle, that can be another eligible way of transportation. And I think that would be pretty good too. So creative work is mostly for reading, writing books, doing programming, crafting songs, things like that. So writing books, programming, and song creation. And I think there's another one in here. I can't remember, but we can look through the license. Okay, yeah, here we go. So composing, programming, media production, and writing. So yeah, it was one more. I couldn't remember which one it was, but yeah, if you compose songs and so forth like that, you can sell it through here for freelance work. Same thing for programming, media production, and writing. I wish they would do it for art too, but we'll have to see if they'll ever come back to that. They seem to be very keen on going back over certain things, so fingers crossed. And of course, you can come over here to your information and it'll show you your overall profits, your completed requests, your owned licenses, and your rating. So that's pretty cool. And you can also view requests right here. So when you click that, it'll go over here and show you the different requests that you can pick up. So you got your request, your license, and your information. And you can also go over here and filter out and show you only requests you can accept, and you can choose the difficulty. So that's pretty darn cool. All right, and that is the Freelancer app. Now, if your Zoe goes to school, this will be right here. Or if you want them to go to school, you can apply for them to go to school here. So this is elementary. Of course, this is a previous step. She's already done this and her information for this. I don't know why would you want to do that as a grown woman, but okay. And of course, this is high school. You graduated from here. So she graduated from there. And you can also apply for university. I'm not going to enroll her for this mainly because university, you can have a freelance job or a situation during university, but you cannot graduate from university yet. So it's kind of pointless. So don't mess with university just yet until they fix this, because it definitely needs a lot of work. You can go into doing all of this if you want to, but at the end of the day, you don't get anything from that. So they have to work on it. And they did bring, K-June did bring up that the team are working on making it not only just university, but high school and elementary, making you going to school matter, if that makes sense. So, especially for like if you're trying to get a job. All right, next one is career. So here you can see where you have full-time work and part-time work. So right now, this is the full-time jobs right here that don't require interviews right now. These are going to eventually be reworked because they did bring up that they're going to rework all of these older jobs to do interviews and for having criteria. So we can go down here and see which jobs require interviews. So Beat Codes, which is a record producer of my brain is flipping out on me right now. As you can see, for the Beat Codes, for eligibility record producer, you need to be able to produce records or to produce music. Application requirements, you need to be young adult to adult, job record producer, music recording. So this is the job that you will be doing. You'll first start off with your job positions either being in assistant producer, lead producer, executive producer. And it's all based off of the skills that you have. So having this skill helps you with the application process and activities. So yeah, having these will help you get the job and to perform well. And you work 5 days a week, and you start off again, like I said, at being an assistant. And they're saying that they're going to eventually make it so that if you do well in school, have the hours and stuff like that, that you will get a higher position right out the gate. And I like that because in Sims 3, I remember specifically that if you do well in college and you were able to kind of get get the skill or whatever like that, you can get a higher position in the job based off of how well you did in college. So hopefully we'll get that as well. But this is not the only job that does interviews. These right here to sync up, which is the IT developer, architectural designer. These all do interviews down here, and they all are 5 days a week, work weeks. And these are the old jobs that they're eventually going to go back and flesh out, because we also have a reporter job now, and they have it here too, which is weird that they have 2 reporter jobs and didn't get rid of that one or develop it better. But neither here nor there. See, as you can see, you can use newspaper reporter and reporter up there. There are distinctions, but I feel like at the end of the day, like, what's the difference between a regular reporter and a news reporter? But yeah, but this is the career tab for full-time work, and part-time work you don't do any interviews for. Hopefully we also get interviews for part-time jobs, because I remember the pain of having to do part-time work and having to do interviews, and they acting as if you need to have a goddamn college degree to flip a burger. So whatever on that nonsensory. But yeah, hopefully we get that too, and we get a little bit more to a little bit of requirements to get the job. Nothing crazy, just very entry level stuff that you can get pretty quickly, if that makes sense. And then you have the My Career area, so you can show what you're doing, and it will show you your freelance stuff, your part-time and your full-time. So you can have a full-time and a part-time job. Now, the only way that works though is if your part-time job does not interfere with your full-time job. As you can see, as the amusement worker, even though you are working 3 days a week, you work Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you get a part-time job, you can get this part-time cozy surf shop job right here as a part-timer right here for this. So they can show you the different, like, based off your schedule, you can choose a job based off your schedule. And I hope that they give us more people to be able to be hired for these jobs instead of like 1 or 2, because right now, as you can see, only 2 people are able to do this job, and there is already booked. So hopefully we get more. And not only that, but they'll show what I'm trying to say. They will put in here the different, like, not different, but like a different tab for your ZOI own businesses. So if yours, like, say for instance, your ZOI has a family business, something like that, they can have a slot over here or a tab specific for that, and you can go and choose to do part-time or full-time for that business. So fingers crossed that we get something like that. So yeah. That was the career tab. I'm sorry, I went to yapping a lot on that one. And of course, this is the messages where you can find your messages and talk to different people. And this is your context. So as you can see, her brother Damien, her father Jeremiah, and her roommate / friend Tyron. And this guy right here, I think his name is Shion Ha. She met him at the library. And I don't know if they're really cool or really tight like that, but I don't think they are, because she can't even give him a gift. Oh, this recipient does not live in the current region. You cannot send a gift. So because he's an NPC, he can't receive a gift. So it makes sense. He's homeless. But she can send him a message. She can call him. She can block him, and she can delete him. Same thing for her dad. Like, imagine living in the same house with someone that you block. Crazy work. She can't send a gift to her family because they, again, live in the house with her. So she can just, but that's another way that you can also give a gift. It's through here. I meant to show that. I was going to show this to y'all, but yeah, this is another way you can give a gift. But because she lives in the house with them, she would have to go to PocketMart and go to gift ideas or luxury to get them a gift and give it to them by hand. But yeah, that is the phone. But yeah, that is going to be it for me, you guys. Thank you so much for sticking out to the end of the video. Let me know down in the comment section how you guys feel about how I'm doing this guide, how am I explaining things, if this is more informational for you, if this is helping you in certain ways, or you're like, oh, I didn't know that, let me know down in the comment section. And if you feel like I have missed something or that I should go over a specific thing, again, leave it down in the comment section, and your girl will be looking through there to see, what you guys have to offer, because at the end of the day, this is a give and take, and I want to make sure that when I give you something and you give back, that I am taking it and putting it towards videos and giving it credit when credit's due. But anyway, and like always, if you love my content and want to support your girl, leave a like, comment, or subscribe for more videos like these, where I cover most inZOI news, live playthroughs, all of that fun stuff, and even other life simulators. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.